One just pulled up in Mercedes. Upgraded. She at my crib till it's late. We mix the salmon and steak. We ain't the same, you a hoe, it's a trait.
Yo, what's up guys? Today we're doing a new video where I'm going to be doing a mock draft. This is going to be an NFL mock draft, and in today's mock draft I'm going to be picking for all 30 teams, and I will start the mock draft. I'll start screen recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that I've started screen recording, I'm going to be picking manually, 1 round, normal speed, and the predictive board, not the draft board. Okay, so right here, first pick is going to be Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor Lawrence is obviously the best player in the draft. He showed it in college by winning. He's only lost 2 games ever in his whole entire college career. He is very, very, very good. And I just feel like that he's the consensus #1 pick. He's probably the best draft prospect since Andrew Luck. So, with the second pick, this is going to be Zach Wilson right here. Jets traded Sam Darnold, so they're obviously not gonna. Who did I just pick? I picked Justin Fields. That's fine because I was gonna pick him anyways. Okay, so I was probably gonna pick Mac Jones actually. So we'll do this. I'll pick Mac Jones with the 4th pick, and then I'll have him swapped. So So Mac Jones and Justin Fields will be swapped. So Mac Jones will go to the 49ers. Justin Fields will go to the Falcons, because that was going to be the original predictive order. So with the 5th pick, because they don't want, Mac Jones is probably their consensus because they said he was down to him or Trey Lance just because of Justin Fields' epilepsy and all that, how he's had it. He just said that he had, and now multiple NFL teams are not going to want to take him because they think it's a concern. I don't really view it as much of a concern, but they do, so I'm not an NFL scout. But right here, this is where it's going to get interesting. Do I go with Chase or Sewell? I am going with Sewell, because right here with Sewell, he is obviously the best player available, best lineman prospect. I guess if you wanted to consider Rashawn Slater as the second best, or if you wanted to flip-flop them, so they would be first and Penei Sewell would be second. I think Sewell has a better ceiling, but Slater is a much more day one ready player. So right here, the Dolphins, I'm going to have them take Kyle Pitts. It's more best player available. And since they have Mike Gesicki, but they can run a lot of 2 tight end sets as well. And then right here is where I'm going to have the Detroit Lions selecting Jamar Chase. Because with Jamar Chase, I think he is the best wide receiver in the class, because he had the best season as any wide receiver in 2019. But then recency bias would have Devontae Smith better than him, but I feel like Jamar Chase is just a better all-around player. So therefore, I'm going to have him going to the Lions. And with the 8th pick, I'm going to have right here. This is going to be, okay. So this is going to be probably a surprise pick to many, but I'm going to have them take Patrick Surtain, because right here they could take Rashawn Slater, but I'll have them taking Patrick Surtain because helps beef up their cornerback group. So I think that Rashawn Slater would have been a good pick there too, but Patrick Surtain is just he's probably the best cornerback in the draft, unless you want to count J.C. Horn. But right here, I'm gonna have the Broncos take Trey Lance, because with the Broncos they have Drew Lock, which Drew Lock is not cutting it, because Drew Lock is a very bad quarterback. And with Drew Lock, he's just all over the place. He's not really I don't know how to explain it. He's not really starting caliber, but maybe have Drew Lock play a couple games, see how he does, and then ease Trey Lance into the system. But next pick is going to be J.C. Horn. With all the people and all the cornerbacks in the NFL have said that that J.C. Horn is the best cornerback in the draft, because they all say that they compare him to him. I feel like J.C. Horn is a very good cornerback. If you look at him, I'll go back to him right here. J.C. Horn, 6'1", 205, very good, but he did get burnt a lot by those Alabama wide receivers, but I still feel like he's probably the second best corner. Caleb Farley would have been my pick right here if he was healthy, but he's not healthy, so I'm not banking on him. So here we go. The Giants, if you're a Bengal fan, YouTuber, he loves Jalen Waddle. So I'll have to please him right here by taking Jalen Waddle. So with Jalen Waddle, he is a very good separator. He is a very good special teams player. He can do pretty much everything. He's a jack of all trades. He's a little bit taller, not a little bit taller, but a little bit bigger than Devontae Smith, because Devontae Smith doesn't really have any muscle on him at all. He's just tall and like skinny. So therefore that's going to be the pick there. But I don't think that the Eagles would worry too much about that, because that's where I'm going to have Devontae Smith going right there. He's going to be an Eagle playing with Jalen Hurts, who is his former quarterback for like 1 year. And then with Devontae Smith, he had the best wide receiver season of anyone ever, and he was a very, very good player. I'd probably play him in the slot and play who else do they have? Travis Fulgham and Jalen Reagor. I don't know, Jalen Reagor and Devontae Smith would be pretty good combo at the slot, but I could see Devontae Smith being a very good pickup right there. And then this is probably just best player available, but Rashawn Slater. You need to protect Justin Herbert, because if you do not protect Justin Herbert is going to be like Andrew Luck. And you know what happened to Andrew Luck? Retired at the age of 29. So that would mean you would only have a solid 7 seasons out of Justin Herbert. You're already one way in. He's already 1 season in anyways, so it would be another 6 years. So therefore, I think they will take Rashawn Slater, best day 1 prospect. If I had the choice with the Chargers, I think I would take Slater, because they're more in a win now mode than the Bengals, who can develop Sewell. And then, so I think that with this pick, I think it'll be traded, but I can't really trade. So I think that they would trade probably a trade down spot right here, but there's not many players that you can trade down with. So I think I would look to go for probably edge right here, or even Micah Parsons. But it's a problem. Get this stupid ad out of here. Okay, so they could use some help at cornerback because they lost Anthony Harris. Who else did they lose? No, they got Patrick Peterson, so they should be all set there. So I'm gonna have them take probably. I like Aziz Ojulari, so that's gonna be the pick here. I think Aziz is better than Jalen Phillips. I just think that Jalen Phillips has too many health concerns right now. He's already retired from football once. I know it wasn't his fault, but I feel like he's just too risky of a player to take. And with Aziz, he's a better fit for them, I would feel like, because I think it would be good alongside Danielle Hunter and Michael Pierce in that front line. But with this pick, the Patriots pick, I'm gonna have them taking Micah Parsons, because with this pick right here, they didn't get who they wanted. I think they probably would have traded up in this scenario, but with Micah Parsons, he is a very, very, very good linebacker. He has some personality issues. He's the one player that you don't know if he actually likes to play football. He really wants to, but Micah Parsons is a absolute beast. I feel like he could be probably an all-pro in a couple years if he either could be an all-pro or be like Isaiah Wilson. So it's really iffy with him, so that's why he's falling down the boards. I feel I would have probably taken him if I was if he didn't have those personnel issues. I think that the Panthers would have taken him, but with the Cardinals pick right here, they really need some cornerback help. Lost Pat Pete. Who else did they lose? But I don't think that Caleb Farley is the way to go here. I don't really like Caleb Farley right here. So my next best player, Eric Stokes, is going to be the pick here. Eric Stokes is a reach, but he's not that bad of a player. He's a pretty good player. It's not like he's that bad. He's better. He's more healthy than Caleb Farley right now. He's very good. He's just, I don't know. He was just very good in the SEC, so I feel like that if he was good in the SEC, covering all of them, I feel like he could be very good in the NFL. Oh, why does my camera keep on moving around? Okay, let me get it set right there. Okay, nah, that's not good. Right there. Okay, so that was that pick. Now on to the Raiders pick. They really, really need anyone on the defense. It'd be crazy to take any offensive player. And that's why I think they'll take Jalen Phillips right here. Because Jalen Phillips, best player out the gates. He's the best player. But he only has those medical concerns. But I do not think that they'll be too worried about the medical concerns, because it's the Raiders, and I just feel like they would like to win now because they're in Vegas. Derek Carr's almost out of his prime. He's very underrated. They're not rebuilding anytime soon. They have a great offense. They have Darren Waller, who's a top 3 tight end in the whole entire NFL. So I just feel like they're in a very win now spot. And then with this Dolphins pick right here, I'm having taken Tevin Jenkins. They just traded Eric Flowers So that's to beef up that pick right there. So with Tevin Jenkins, he's more of a I think he's better than Darisaw. Tevin Jenkins is a very underrated prospect. He's 6'6", 315, very good. I didn't really like him that much going into Oklahoma State, but now that he's grown as a player, I feel like he is the third best offensive tackle in this whole entire draft. Okay, so with this Washington football team pick right here, I feel like they could either take wide receiver or cornerback. No, they got William Jackson, so they don't really need cornerback, do they? Nah, they don't need cornerback. But they could use... wide receivers are just too bad out of the top 3. They're not that great. But they do need offensive tackle, linebacker. They don't need defensive line. Their defensive line is probably one of the best in the whole entire league. So for that reason, I'm going to have them take Zaven Collins. Because with Zaven Collins, he's a man amongst men. He's very, very skilled. 6'4", 260. I know he didn't have that great of competition at Tulsa, but I feel like he is very NFL ready. He's great at he's great at he's great at reading plays. He's great at going in and just getting to the ball. He's a ball hawk. Not a ball hawk, that's not a good word. That's not a good describing word for him, but I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But right here, the Bears, they lost out on so much. That is why I feel like they should just go best player available right here, but they will not. They'll probably go and do some stupid pick like Rashad Bateman. So that's probably going to be their pick right there, because Allen Robinson is gone after this year, and they really, I do not think that Nick Foles is going to get it done. Nick Foles is very bad. Not Nick Foles, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton isn't going to get it done, So, I feel like Rashad Bateman is probably, I feel like Terrence Marshall is my third best wide receiver. No, not third, fourth. And then it's Kadarius Toney, and then Rashad Bateman. But I just feel like Rashad Bateman fits in more with the Bears receivers, with like a Anthony Miller, a Darnell Mooney, fits in with all them. So with that, the next player that I'm going to be picking is for the Colts. I'm still an wide receiver, that's why. Okay. Best available player right here. Get me out of here. Okay, right here. Christian Darisaw. With Darisaw, they really need help because Anthony Costanzo retired. Big piece lost right there. You saw what happened to the Ravens last year when Marshall Yonder retired. So don't want that to happen this year. That's why I feel like Christian Darisaw could be probably a good filler for that. I don't think Anthony Costanzo is a hard spot to replace. I feel like Christian Darisaw has the same amount of talent as him as he would this year, because he's regressing if Anthony Costanzo did play. So with the Titans pick, need a cornerback. I don't think they care much about the injury concerns and all that. That's why they lost to Dory Jackson, so So I could feel Caleb Farley going there. He has like an 85% chance that he's healthy, but projected top 10 pick before his injury, before his surgery, I guess I should say. 2 Virginia Tech players going back to back right there. He's just a very good, I think he's about the same caliber as JC Horn, just a little bit worse. But with the next pick, the Jets pick, I'm going to have them going with Najee Harris. Because with Najee Harris, they don't have a running back besides, they have Frank Gore, but he's a free agent right now. And they have Michael P. Ryan. So I feel like they really could use that big play, because even if they did have Travis Etienne is about the same style player as LaMichael P. Ryan. So you can have that 1-2 punch with those guys. Still develop LaMichael P. Ryan if you want, and you can still develop Najee. But with the next pick right here is the Steelers. And with the Steelers, they just said they were interested in Kyle Trask. So for the memes, Kyle Trask, welcome to the team. I don't think they drafted him in the first round, probably the second round, but with Kyle Trask, he was obviously a Heisman finalist this year. He was very good. I just feel like he's not first round talent worthy at all. He reminds me of like Will Grier in the 2019 draft, how he was not that great, but he still was just needed positional need, so he went earlier than he should have. But with the Jags pick, I'm gonna have him take AVT right here, because with Elijah Vera Tucker, they really need protecting your young quarterback is the best thing that you could do. So therefore, taking Elijah Vera Tucker, he's probably the best inside linebacker inside lineman in the draft. Then right here, they just got Clowney, so I don't think that they'll take a edge. I could see him taking inside linebacker. So that 4, Barmore, you're off the board. And then that was probably the best possible place for them to go, since they released Sheldon Richardson, so he's a good fill for that. They got Jadeveon Clowney. I feel like that defense is going to be scary next year. I'm trying to hurry this up because we're already 23 minutes in. So Kadarius Toney is next pick right here. With Kadarius Toney, he's just fast. He's like a Tyreek Hill. He's Tyreek Hill-ish, but I just don't feel like he's going to be as good as Tyreek Hill. And then with the Saints pick right here, they need another wide receiver. Why don't you keep the man in Louisiana and take Terrence Marshall right there? He's another big body wide receiver. He's bigger than all the other wide receivers right here that could go, because they have Michael Thomas, who only runs slant routes, so they really need a deep threat. And I feel like that was a very good pickup right there. I don't know why that wouldn't come out of my mouth, but. And then cornerback right here, Greg Newsome, Kevin King. This message to you: you stink. You're awful. I could guard better than you. So, right here. Anyways, next pick is gonna be a running back, Travis Etienne. With Etienne, Bills have drafted running backs last 2 years in Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. But Devin Singletary isn't it. Zach Moss is alright. And so, therefore, I could see him taking that Travis Etienne type of guy, because Zach Moss is kind of small and big. Travis Etienne can get you those big plays. And with this Ravens pick, I'm going to highlight the defensive side of the ball, because they really need defense. So, Kwity Paye right here. Nah, I'm not having to take Kwity Paye. Right here, where are you? If I could find you. Where are you at? I don't see you. Right here. Gregory Rousseau. More of a developmental player. But I feel like he could get the job done at 31. I don't think that is a bad pick. And I feel like with the Buccaneers, they would just probably beef up the offensive line, best available offensive lineman, Alex Leatherwood, and that's the end of the draft. Tell me how you guys liked it. I got Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, which should be the 49ers pick. So just swap these. Oh, that didn't work. But just swap them, and the draft's done. So I will see you guys in the next video.
Dropping another one this year. Niggas do well under pressure, but I bring her pressure. I'm about to go.